Welcome to Satisfactory Designs for Update 3. My name is Nilaus, and today we're going to look at building a 2 gigawatt fuel-powered power plant from scratch with a residual production of either rubber or plastic. And we're going to build something that akin to this, except we're going to build it here. So it's going to be a massive build challenge, but I think I'm prepared. So without further ado, let's dive in. I've done some work preparing it, such as getting this whole thing set up. And I have a pipe here that's full of oil, 300 per minute. So what I'm designing 300 or the 2 gigawatt power plant is, the reason why I didn't have exactly that is because it is a basically taking one fuel pipe in, which means that if you have one fuel pipe and you can provide 300 crude oil consistently, then you can get 2 gigawatts of power and 75 rubber every minute. So that's a pretty good prospect, I think. Let's start by building it and then let's see how it goes. Hopefully that one is simply for placement. We are going to start building this. Let's do some refinery. First thing we're going to do is build a refinery, and I'm going to show you where, how, and what. There. Okay, so we build a refinery. The way that we do it is we say we build fuel. So 60 crude oil coming in, providing 40 fuel. That is, we multiply this by 5, so we get 300. That means we can consume a full pipe. That is the maximum we can put through a pipe. No matter how you twist it or turn it, you are not going to get more than 300 per minute. So we need 5 of these, and that's going to yield of residual products. It's going to yield 150 resin, and it's going to yield 200 fuel. 200 fuel can be put into 13.3 fuel power plants, and that will give us the elusive 2 gigawatts of power. And these are just all going to be working at maximum speed, or not maximum speed, but at the speed. Now this also, of course, takes some power. We don't even see, oh, that's 30, so that's already 150 power. Yeah, it adds up. And I'm going to do the same here. And also with regards to water, we're going to need some water here. Now, that one, and I'm going to build it over on this side, align it towards that and that. I like building things sort of neat. Now here we have 2 choices. I'm going to, we can either do residual rubber or residual plastic. Residual rubber takes 40 per minute and 40 water. Since each of these provide 30 output, I could take this one and scale it down by 75. Alternatively, we can do plastic. It takes 60, so that means 2 of these go into a single one of these to make plastic. That will give us 60 plastic outbound, or if we take the other one, I'm going to do rubber. That's the one I prefer. Oh, interesting. It remembered that it was a 75. This one is scaled down, so that gives 15 times 3. That's 75 rubber per minute. Very, very nice setup. And that's what we're going to build here. Nope, that goes out. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, counting to 5. And we do residual rubber, 75%. Residual rubber, 75%. You guessed it, residual rubber, 75%. I could, of course, take fewer, but this is also a matter of what looks nice and what uses less power. So actually 5 of these working at 75 power is going to use less than the alternative. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to take, that's under logistics. 1, 2, 3. All right, these go straight in. Should I do that now? Probably not. No, that's totally incorrect. Sorry. Let's see. I am going to take that one. Here. Yeah. Because these on the side require water inbound. So this is scaled down to 30. That means I need 150 water inbound. what I'm doing here is simply my way of aligning these intersections properly. They are, for me, it's very difficult to see where they're supposed to be aligned. So by doing it, this one in the middle, it actually helps me quite a lot on aligning these, because it's much easier to align this. So the belt on the left, or the pipes at the left, is the fuel. The pipe on the right is the water coming in. So that's why don't mix them. Don't mix fuel and water. Unless you're making diluted fuel, but that's gonna be another tutorial. And the last one. Hope I'm doing it right. Yeah. Right, so now we go build this. Oh, stand on top. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I prefer it this way because now you can, first of all, it is now completely grid aligned, which is nice. Second of all, you can build it pretty easy once you've already set things up with these. Alright, so these are the inbound water and the outbound. Yeah. Now, next thing we want to do, this one we have here will be the fuel power. It has to go onwards. I'm just going to do it like this. Change of setting. I am going to take that one and that one. So here, because I just want them inbound. It basically just goes the 30 outbound from here. Goes in. That's not correct. This. So a lot of this is, of course, me knowing how big things are, so that I leave enough room for these to merge in and up and above without clipping here. There we go. That's all of that done. Now we need to get the water in. I can take this one for alignment and this one for alignment. I can take those out. And I'm going to get the pipe. It goes to that one. 1, 2. Now that's also aligned, 90-degree turns only. On the inside, let's get this one. Here, anywhere is okay, I guess. So here we do another way of me to align this. That one, that one. So I'm going to do this and then switch in the last second, you could say. It goes in. This is the location, and then I switch. It is deliberate that I have not plugged in the start yet, because I want that to be sort of the trigger for... Nope. That one. This location. Should be better to do it this way. And the last one. That's going to be right there. Right, so that's the entire pipeline inbound. Now at this point we have fuel outbound. On the other side we need to get some materials, and we are going to get some... Do you want to drag it this way? I'm going to drag it this way. I'm going to put it in the middle. This is going to be a merger. Oops, that's always the issue I do here. Yeah. But let's build these first. That one. That one. It's actually easier if you're a bit of distance away. Inbound, inbound. Alright, so this is where I get my 75 copper outbound. Why am I calling it copper? It's a rubber copper. Alright, and I'm gonna put it into just an ordinary box. This is irrelevant from our perspective. Haha, it's actually so... something we can't even build. I can build this one. that's just going to be there for now. Now the next thing we want to build is, of course, now we've controlled all of that on the side. What we want to do and what we need to do is building a fuel power plant. So we're going to have to figure out a way to build it, and I'm going to leave it up. I'm going to start up here because it's now constrained a bit by where it can build. It's going to be built here. That's not even close enough to good, is it? I wanted the line towards the middle of this, which isn't really going to happen right now. Oh, there was that one. And on this side. Here. So I need 13.3 of those and 3.3. We can't obviously not build that, but we can build 14. So we're going to build 14 and then know that the last one will never be quite 100% loaded. If it just ends up being 100% utilized. But in this game you are never going to have the power being 100% utilized, because then it goes. So that's not to worry about. But don't overbuild these. This is one of the classical things I see for every power plant, is that you give it and you go like, oh, there's plenty of fuel. Let me just add 17 more of those at the end. Yeah, you can do that, but it doesn't work. Very simple. Let me see. Does that sort of build up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. Oh yeah. That's because I had something. Another little thing here that I want to build at the end. All right, that one is good. I'm gonna make it so that the orange one is heading towards me. And there. That's 3, 4. 5. 6. I am a bit worried whether I misplaced some of it. That looks good. And then I can't build anymore. Ha! Lo and behold. Alright, so this one's going to be in the middle. Yeah. And switch. Go to logistics. Get that one on position 1. And the only thing remaining after this is, you know, I can probably stand up here, right? No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. After this, as I said, the only thing, or as I was about to say, the only thing missing is then going to be the electricity. So we do that, and then at the end we hook it up, and then we're going to monitor on how things are performing. It's going to take a while just to get things sort of, all of it flowing all the way through. But I wanted to build this entire thing sort of in real time, so you can see that it may look like a daunting task, but if you got the right items, if you don't have to refuel, and if you follow this layout, then it's actually not that bad. It's going to take about 20 minutes to build a power plant, and if you can build a power plant in 2 gigawatt power plant in 20 minutes, that's not awful. I mean, it's not Factorio with a copy and a paste of an existing one, but yeah, it's still not awful. Of course, you still need the water and the fuel coming in, and this is where I forgot that I actually wanted them to be. Okay, well, we're gonna make a nice little exception here. Exceptions are what we're made of. There, that's close to the 90. It's actually exactly 90 degree turn. Cool. Now the last one we need to build is setting up some power. Oh man, is this just perfect? There's just a power pole right there. Nice. And let me just check if it is hooked up. I'm a bit worried about sort of the residual power in my base. How is it? It's okay. When I had to take this one out so we could rebuild it from scratch. Let's see, where do we want it? We want it like right in the middle and up there. And I know I'm building way too many power poles compared to what we technically need. But this is otherwise you get into trouble with just, how's it gonna look nice? So I just built a power pole for each. It's not the end of the world. I don't think that's gonna run me out of resources. And if it is, well, actually it's gonna look like it might. I have not that many. I have 13 power poles left, right? Yeah, that's what I have. Alright, so that one's done. All of these are now connected to the central power. Let's see. I mean, they're not producing, but they are connected to the central power. That's a start. And if I kill this, then bad stuff happens. So let's not kill that. This one goes to that location and up. This here goes to... didn't even anticipate that I would run out of this. But I have resources nearby. It's just right at the end here. 7 more of these. That's okay. That's okay. That's going to be on this location. If one of these power poles is wrong, don't even bother to mention it on the comment section. I don't care. And back again. Cool. I'm just going to go back to this location at the end or at the beginning to pick up some more materials for more pipes. I have those in here. That one. And that one. Maybe in that one. Yes. Alright, let's get some power poles here. So that this gets hooked up. Where are we going to do this? We are going to do it... where's that? Oh, it's from the other side. Never mind. So this has to be in the middle. And wait for the autosave. Okay, how do we want to build this? We can build it like right across from us. Shoot. We can build that one. That's not a great position. Power poles is just something that's always totally awful. Why can we not build it? We can build it there, right? Yes. That means like right in the middle there. That one gets connected and right in the middle there. And it's gonna be, come on. And if I'm being cautious, then that goes to an update. Yeah. Now these ones are fired up, they're yellow and not red. And the last row that needs to be powered comes from here. They're gonna be pretty much the same. They're just gonna be at that location. And that location. And I think we're ready then. And I'm just firing this one up back to... I don't like the clipping. You shouldn't care about clipping in this case, but I know you are, so I am. That one. Alright, we got the power. Not a lot. We need to go to this location just to see from up here, just to see if it looks like everything is connected before we fire it up. They're all blinking yellow. If they're blinking yellow, that means they have a recipe, they have power, but they don't have any inputs. So all we need now is hooking this one up. Let's go down here and check. These are now working. The flow is now 300. We can see the pumps are pumping like madmen. And this one's just starting to work, making resin. We should see, yep, we see some stuff coming out on the belts once in a while. Down there, whoop, there it goes, and there it goes. And it goes all the way down here. Let's have a look at this one. It's taking some water in, making some residual rubber. Let's go all the way down here. And look at the fuel coming out. Now, what we should keep in mind is that initially it will not have a very high throughput because it spends a lot of the fluid basically, rule of thumb, I would say, when something comes in, half of it is going to be spent filling up the internal pipe, the internal buffer, and half of it is going to be moved on to the next. So only once all the buffers here, these pipes are full, will you see the actual flow rate coming in. Right now we're seeing basically, I don't know, maybe half the flow. But if we look at this one, for example, it's nothing, and then it spikes, because that's when it just creates, and then it goes down. So we move over here, that one, and we see that our power plants are starting to work. You can see that how they switch on and switch off again, because they're running out further down the line as the fuel is not really reaching all the way in here. Not all the way in here. It goes, this one looks like it's working. Yep, it's slowly building up a tiny buffer. So only once that is built up to 50, then it'll send all of it onwards. This buffer, you can see it's just barely not getting it. So it might just be falling down or falling. This one's just barely producing power. And if we go further down the line, see there's nothing in this pipe, very little in this pipe. And if we go and look at something old lawnmowers, the other one's shut off, and then they'll get like a little splash inside these pumps, or inside here. It will stabilize though. It's just going to take a bit of time. What I'd do in the meantime is, what you can do at all of this is you can actually add a buffer. So if something goes wrong, you can add a buffer, and I would recommend putting the buffer at the end, because if you put it before, then it has to fill up the buffer before anything goes on. But if you look at this pipe here, it is pretty much empty. This has gotten like a little bit of teeny tiny splash, but not really anything more. It just goes like insert fuel. So what we could do is basically make like giant fluid buffers out here. I don't know, maybe that's maybe like that. And then we can always make more, but don't build them on top of each other. Basically this means this one will gradually get a bit. It won't get much, because it'll then fill up and then it'll flow back as these are being emptied. And this one's just getting tiny bit. You can build more of these, like getting out here and build a second, but don't build them on top, because then you are pumping things up and you have to pump things down again. Let's go back again, looking at also the fuel here. So we are slowly getting high. The number gets higher because the amount here in the pipes, it won't be visible right now, but eventually it will be. This is like something that maybe takes half an hour or so to fill up. You can see here that these pipes are slowly filling up, and if we go further in, you'll see here that these pipes are pretty much full. They just slowly dip, but then they're full again. 13.3 is apparently the maximum for this pipe, depending on the size of those. And they just dip down because it's being consumed, so that's a constant flow rate here. Now we're actually at the flow rate of almost 200, and the maximum produced is 200. So we're going to call this as successful, and it's also nighttime, so it becomes less easy to see what we're doing. Let me just go up here. All right, so let's recap on all the numbers for this one. This starts as 300 crude oil consistently provided in. That is either 2 fully overclocked impure oil deposits, or it is 1 normal fully overclocked, like with 250%. Yeah. Then it goes into 5 refineries, all building fuel. That gives us 200 fuel and 150 residue. The 150 residue gets combined with 150 water to create 75 rubber per minute. Now remember, this is important. You have to make sure that this does not fill. If the rubber goes into a box like I've done and the box goes full, then it backlogs. These cannot produce. The residue backlogs. These cannot output. They cannot produce. The power shuts down. So you must make it into an overflow, and you must make an overflow on this, like I showed in my previous design video. So do check that out if you're in doubt, so that you guarantee that it will not get in trouble. You can also send it back somewhere, but you must get an overflow, because otherwise this power shuts down when you're not consuming the rubber. So make an overflow. Did I mention it? Make an overflow. There you go. And this 200 fuel goes onwards to 13.33. fuel generators generating a total of 2 gigawatts of power. And there you have it. A crisp design built in 25 minutes. You're welcome to steal it, copy it, adapt it, whatever you feel like. I hope you found it enjoyable and found it useful. So the point here is also, this is how I'm going to build power. If I find another one, I'll just build one more of these. This is without any alternate recipes, because I don't feel that when you build this you will have the alternate recipes. You will be able to get turbo fuel and diluted fuel and all those good things, but that's different setup. This is the, when you get fuel power, build this, you're going to be set for a very long time. If you're not set, build another one. And that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to hit a like and a comment and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care and stay effective.